who you can count on. He's super, super, super driven and just like to make things happen. He is focused and goes above and beyond for his team. And as a result of that, um, he has been able to grow a team of over 400 people. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about no other than marketing director, Mr. Oral Mackenzie. Welcome, 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 sir. Welcome.
Okay, so thank you for that beautiful introduction, and everybody, welcome to the call. So what we're gonna do right now, I'm just not even gonna waste any time. I'm just gonna jump straight in my sharing my story with you guys, so that we're not complete stranger, and then I'm gonna dive deeper into what my journey has been like. So I'm just gonna start sharing my screen with you guys. You can tell me, the host, if you're seeing my screen properly when I do so, and if everything is fine. So I'm
All
actually
right.
sharing. You see my screen, everything is fine. Let me just bring it up like real big. So you good to go? You seen everything?
Yes, I'm seeing everything.
All right, cool. So for those who still don't know me, my name is Oral Mackenzie, and I saw Worldventures in November of 2017. Now, when I was seeing the information, I was literally at the lowest point in my life. I owed the bank $4 million Jamaican, as you see on your screen right now. So I literally went online to start research to figure out ways how to come out of debt. And I found out that when you're in debt, only two things you can do to come out. All right, better you got to do both of them at the same time. You got to cut your expenses and increase your income. So I started making YouTube videos, and in no time, my channel grew to over 3,000 subscribers. So I was making some money from YouTube. But what I was doing is that I was overworking myself, because I work in the day and I was using my nights to make a video. And if you guys know anything about producing a YouTube video, it takes long hours. You got to come up with the idea, then you got to edit the video, you got to film it, edit it, a whole lot of stuff. So guess what happened? I got sick. I was admitted in the university hospital for 10 days. I have a mild blood clot to the right side of my brain. Now I'm a member of the Jamaica Defence Force. I'm proud to be a member of the Jamaica Defence Force. And I enjoy the perks that come with being a member of the Jamaica Defence Force. But just for you two guys, if you don't really know, soldiers work very long hours. So I didn't have a lot of time. But there's just two things that was present in my mindset at the time. Number one, fear. You see, fear, it's like false evidence appear to be real in front of your eyes, or it's a misuse of your imagination. So fear also is like temporary, but you see regret, that's permanent. So I never want to have any regret. So guess what I did? Take a leap of faith, and I got started in the concept. Now, so far, I was able to take over 6 amazing trips in the last 8 months, and my organization has grown to over 400 people. So I've been recognized on stage with the executive of the company and some other persons as a marketing director. So that's huge for me. But what I want to do now is to actually go a little bit deeper in how I was able to achieve all of that. So we should finish this in about 20 to 30 minutes. So here we go. Oh, in 2 years' time, I have made 35 personal sales. So the first thing my mentor said to me is that you need to make 6 sales. So how we do it is that you make six, then try another make another six, then try another make another six, another six. And then you got to duplicate them. So I've seen on your screen right now, this is my back office. It's showing that I'm currently I've made 35 personal sales. So the first thing that you want to do, no matter how much you train, no matter what you do, if you don't have 35 or 30 sales, you got to dig your foundation deep. You want to have 30 personal sales, and then you can actually figure out a lot other stuff along the way. When I speak to most IMD that I speak to, ask them how much personal sales you have. They will be like 60, 70, 80. So I just know that in order to hit the top rank of the company, I just need to go in and put in another personal sales. So if you don't have like 30 personal sales yet, you just need to get that done. And what you got to do now is what you do with them after you got these 30 sales in. So I got started, and then I made 5 sales within no time. So I had 5 sales, and then I couldn't make no more sales. So I got started in November, and up to the December I have 5 sales. Then from January to July, I couldn't make no sales. But there's some things that I was doing. People tend to want to show people the information the way that they got started, so they think that that is the way that it worked. So I was just doing Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. And my mentor was all the way in Cyprus. So my mentor said to me, listen, bro, there is people winning in Jamaica big with this concept. You need to find where they are and you need to get plugged into the system. You need to plug into the travel party because the results of the travel party is going to be higher than you on Zoom because it's in person. And this is a relationship business. So I search and search until I found where the travel party is. So I got plugged into the travel party. So I'm going to share a video with you guys at my first travel party with 5 of my team members. That's all I had at the time. So here we go. You guys are seeing the video properly? You hear the audio? So that was in the Blue Room at the Police Officers Club. That was my first ever travel party. So I got there, and from that, I don't really miss travel party. Right now, I'm doing like 6 travel parties per week. And I'm not kidding you guys. I'm doing like 6 travel parties per week right now. Only day I'm not doing a travel party is like Sunday. So I get plugged into the system. But my mentor, I was having a conversation with my mentor, and I was asking her, hey, how is it that you were able to grow a team of over 300,000 people and create 32 IMD? And she said, let me tell you the number one secret. So she said, there's 2 secrets in network marketing, but the number one secret is that I try to get as much people as possible to the international training event. She said, if someone has not been to an international training event, or they have not gone on a dream trip, they have not seen Worldventures. So she said she get good at promoting the big event, especially the View, and she always have the most people at these events. So another mentor, I was having a conversation with him. I'm going to show you guys on screen right now. So I was saying to him, blessed bro, you guys are seeing it on your screen, right? I want to go to boot camp, but I've not seen the way as yet. And he was saying to me, give it to God, bro, and he will show you the way. So I said, okay, God is the way. So then he said to me something that is powerful that I always remember and always use. You see on your screen right now, he said, always make the decision that you want to be there, no matter what, and the way will be shown. So make the decision that you want to become IMD. Make up a decision. As a matter of fact, that's what IMD mean. IMD mean I have made a decision. So make the decision and then figure out the way after. So I said, bro, I've made the decision, the same thing I did with Darren Walker. And then I go figure it out. So I go figure it out, I get booked for the boot camp and everything. But it wasn't easy as you think it is. I got to make big sacrifice. I'm going to shed some more light on sacrifice later on in this call. So sometime in life, you got to go further in depth to come out of depth. Because remember, I was actually in depth when I got started. And now I need to go to boot camp, got to go further in depth. Well, I'm going to show you guys how much money I spent to get to this training event. Because I booked for the training event late. So never book for a training event late because you're going to spend way more for the plane ticket. So here is it.
I've never traveled before. So I've got my passport, but my passport was expired. So I have no passport, I have no visa, and I had no money to go to boot camp. But I've made the decision that I wanted to be there. So some of you guys, your objection for not being at the international training event is that you got no money. I had no money, and I wanted to get my passport, my visa, and all those stuff. I'm going to show you guys how much money I spent for that training to boot camp. So first of all, I spent $9,000 for my passport because I wanted to get it on express in 3 days. So working with the calculator, 9,000 for my passport. Cool. Then I went ahead and I had to spend 21,000 for the visa application. So let us actually do the maths. So it's 9,000 plus 21,000 and equal. So just for my documentation alone, that was going to run with 30,000. Cool? So let me go in my email and show you guys how much more money I spent. So let me just scroll to right here. So this is my ticket receipt, my email, and I had to book the ticket 2 separate times because I didn't have enough money. So let us look at it. So I'm clicking on this ticket, and this ticket says Friday, July 20, from Kingston, Jamaica, 12:48 to Miami, layover in Miami for 2 hours, and then from Miami to Charlotte. And the price for that ticket, let me scroll on the bottom and show you guys. The price for that ticket is $943 US. Cool? So let us do some calculation on that. So here's a calculator. So we know that it's 30,000, so we don't have to worry about that. So it's 943, and at the time the US was about 130, multiply by 130, and that will equal to 122,000 plus but the 30,000 on it. So I got 150,000 already, and that's one-way ticket. So keep that figure in mind. 152,000 Jamaican dollars, $590. So let me click back right here and show you guys how much I spent for the ticket to fly back to Jamaica. So this is what was my ticket to come back, guys. So it said from on Monday I was coming back from Charlotte to Miami, and you guys see the time, and then from Miami to Kingston, Jamaica. Let me show you guys the price. The price is $384. So let us do the maths. So keep that figure in mind. It's 152.59. So 152.59. So we're going to clear that. So we got 3. Let me just double check on that. So 384. So we got 384 multiply by 1. About the time I said something about 130. Let us go about 130 for US at the time or something like that. There in about. I will go equal. I'll start this be with 49,000 plus what now? The 152.59. So guys, we're going $200,000 already, and I'm just talking about my visa and my plane ticket. I ain't talking about my ticket for the event yet, and I'm not talking about hotel yet, and I'm not talking about food yet. But let me show you guys something. So let's go back to the email, and then I want to look at my ticket for the event. So let me just look at my ticket for the event. So right here, so is my event ticket. Event ticket, it's $300 for boot camp. $300 US. So let us go. Remember this number. This number is 202,510. 202,510. So clear. 202,510. So go 299 multiply by 130 equal plus 202,510. I'll go for the equal. So guys, we're going 241,000 Jamaican dollars already. And guess what? The hotel is not included in that. I will spend $300 at the cheapest rate for the hotel for 2 nights. I couldn't pay for the last night, and George actually paid for the last night for us. So let us add another 30,000 to that. So we're going 271,000. Let me show you guys that George had to pay for 1 night in the hotel for us. So if you look in the message, I was telling him that hey, I book, and he was saying huge congratulations, blah blah blah, and then you see that he had to book 1 night at the hotel for us. See that? So I spent over 271,000 Jamaican dollars, $380 just to attend the boot camp training event. No, food is not included in that. I had to bring food in my bag.
You see, guys, so that's a big sacrifice to actually go to the first training event. That's a lot of money right there. Some persons don't even want to sign up for a platinum membership. So how are they going to become successful in this? when they're not even going to invest in their education to go to a training event. So what did it for me was to be at all these training events, but not just by myself, to bring a lot of people with me. So my first training event is this, Boot Camp 2018, world class training event. I was able to only bring 2 people with me to that training event. But it's a start. So sometime you go to the training event and you're just by yourself. Don't worry, just go by yourself and then you try to bring 1 person the next time, 2 person the next time, whatever, because the magic is the amount of persons that you can get to these international training events. The RTE and the Super Saturdays, they are good, but I'm just telling you that there is something different with these international training events. Because like if you look at it, the Super Saturday will be like from 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock. But an international training event is for an entire weekend. So you're hearing from a lot of different speakers, not just one speaker. So you guys can see the difference again. And you're meeting people from all over the world, hearing different perspectives. So this was me at my first training event called Boot Camp 2018.
This is, you guys know who this is, right? This is Keisha. But as you can see, we're in North Carolina at Millionaire Boot Camp. We're going to look a break right now, but only 1 speaker come up so far. I'm going to tell you guys this, right? I'm a director at Worldventures, and I'm going IMD this year. Oral, let's not even talk about ranks. These 2 people right here are IMDs. I'm going to tell you why. Because of the obstacles that they went through to come here and the sacrifices that they made. See, what happened is a lot of people didn't make it here because they didn't have it. And they said, you can't wait until you have it to spend it. Because if you had it, you wouldn't need it. If we all had it, we would not be here. It's because we don't have it. It's why we're making the sacrifices. So we can have it later. The amount of obstacles that these 2 people go through. To be here today, a lot of people wouldn't have made it. And the fact that they overcame the obstacles is why they're going to win big. So I'm going to say this, right? You want to be around these people. You want to be around Oral. You want to be around Crystal. Sorry, listen. When I think of her name, I know her story. So facts tell our story sell. So if you was not here, please get to the next event. You're doing your family and yourself a disservice because everybody has struggled. And if you want to continue to struggle, then continue to struggle. We don't want to struggle no more, right? We want increase. That's why we're here. Up. Yeah. So look, if you want some increase, if you want to get up, come to the next event. Make that sacrifice. We're going to Vegas in October. You should be there. Be there. Be there. What do you want to say, Aura?
Well, all of the persons that don't know, say, I am going all the way to the top. So if you're looking for somebody to follow, just follow me. I'm going all the way to the top. I'm going by myself, but why not you? So let's go.
Yeah, Russell Taylor said earlier, he said, the leader lead by doing. All you got to do is follow what the leader is doing. Do what Oral's doing.
I'm telling you a little bit of a story. It's like 20 days before the event, we never have no passport, we never have visa, we never have money. I'm going to be here. Some of them have passport, some of them have visa, some of them have money, but guess what? I'm not here. So yeah, if you tell me what I'm going on, flight delays, man, like 5 hours. Baggage get left on the airport, on the plane, and I said I'm going to make it. Bring my baggage down and they didn't bring it. So you put this on the like safe clothes. Some of us get up with that safe clothes, Jamaican style. So right now, we don't have enough money for food, but guess what? We get bread and sardine and cheese in a bag. So we stay here. So we make all the sacrifice there. And worse than that, when we reach at the hotel, they say, listen, you're only going to be pedicure and get some of the draft money and put it out cash. So about 5 o'clock, we're going to do it. All of us should go there.
What happened? What I noticed, Oral, he said he didn't have a lot of things. He also did not have no excuses. No excuses. That's how you win. Let's get it.
So amazing, ain't it? So guys, let me tell you something. You see at that training event, that's where my business gets started. So I signed up, but my business never started. So some people have 2 sign-up dates. The day when you actually sign up and the day when you actually start building this thing. In fact, the day when Worldventures get into you. So you get into Worldventures when you sign up, but you see when there's going to be a training event that make Worldventures get into you. And that was the training event for me. Because I remember clearly that there was a lot of speakers on stage, coming on stage, but the speaker that stood out to me was this guy named Dave Julio, double IMD, I think it is. So he said something that impacted me up to now. He said, listen, he got started in network marketing and he was full of opinion and he was going to his mentor with all sort of opinion. And his mentor told him 4 things. And he was vexed with his mentor and he didn't went back to speak to his mentor for about 6 months and nothing was happening in his business. And the 4 things that his mentor told him is what I'm going to share with you. He said, number 1, do not have any excuses. And let me tell you what excuse mean for Dave Julio, and I also adapted that. That's what excuse means to me too. Anything that did not produce a result is an excuse. An excuse is just a damn good lie. So you guys can write this down. Number 1, do not have any excuses. Number 2, do not take any complaint from anybody and don't complain about anything because complaining is going to kill your mind. And another thing that he said is that the biggest investment you can do is to invest in yourself to be at training event. You see what I mean? So if you just put those in your business, when I went to the boot camp and I got the knowledge, I just applied everything to my business right away. Every single thing that I learned, I write them down and I just apply them to my business. And at that training event, they come in with the new rank called 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. By the time I leave that training event, I hit 2 star. When I went to the training event, I had 3 people because out of the 5 people that I enrolled, 2 of them had drop out. And my business just keep going from that. So the next training event now was the View, and this was in Las Vegas. So notice this time I bring 5 more people. So when I come from that training event and I start applying the knowledge with these people that I bring with me, guess what happened? I hit senior rep the December. So the other training event for me after that was going to be Momentum in January. So you know what happened at that training event? I walked the stage as director because I bring 6 people to the training event before that. So my mentor always tell me too that you build from event to event. So this time I bring 3 people to the event with me. So it was Momentum 2019. You guys see what I mean? So I'm always trying to bring people at this international training event. But then after that training event, this is where a little piece of the magic comes. The next training event was going to be United. I'm hearing a feedback. Somebody is always on. Guess what? I brought 8 people to United this time. 8 people to United this time. And then I started to see a huge growth in my business when I came back from United. Because all these people now, they were understanding what Worldventures is, they were understanding the system, and they were getting started the right way. So the next training event after that was going to be bootcamp. So I was pushing to work as marketing director, but it didn't happen. So I said, here what, next event. But that event, I brought 10 people with me. So I'm always trying to bring more people with me to these training events. So this is the large amount as a person I ever carried to a training event, international training event, 10 people. And then the most recent training event internationally, the View, I brought 5 people with me. So I'm always bringing a lot of people to these international training events, and that is what worked for me. So here's the deal. To get people to go to training event, you got to make a big sacrifice because we're talking about money. But just know this, sacrifice. If our leaders have to give up to go up, leaders just have to give up to go up. And if you read on your screen right now, you can screenshot it. Sacrifice is an ongoing process, not a one-time payment. It's not like a one-time initial sign-up payment. Sacrifice is ongoing. If you give up, you have to give up something to go up. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm always reading this book called 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And in that book, it said, listen, you need to write down what you're willing to give up and what you're not willing to give up. But it said to be sure on which list you're going to put like your health, your marriage, your relationship, your children, and your finances on. But things that you can give up is your time. Some people say they want to be big with Worldventures, but they're not even at the travel party. They don't even have time to turn up to the travel party. Not even 2 times per week. You got to sacrifice some time. I sacrifice a lot of my free time. I used to play football in the evening. I sacrifice that. Video games, TV. What is it that you're willing to sacrifice? Is it time? Is it money? Is it to lose some friends? Because some friends, they're just holding you back. You just need to cut them loose. You see what I mean? So you know what you need to sacrifice. You got to make this big sacrifice to be successful. That's exactly what I did. So what I'm going to share with you guys now is some of my tough nuggets that I always go by. And I tell myself these things and I live by them. And that is why I'm getting the growth that I'm getting in my business. So the reason you are not going to Momentum is the same reason you're not going to go to United 2020. And it's the same reason you missed the travel party. And it's the same reason why you're not ranking up. It's the same reason why you're not making any money with Worldventures. It's just excuses. I'm telling you guys, it's just excuses. Now, here's another nugget. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I'm in the drawer and I'm cutting. You can't get the prize without paying the price. You got to pay the price to hit IMD. What is it you're willing to give up? Here's some other nuggets. If you do nothing new and say nothing new, you are going to become nothing new. I'm telling you that straight up. What you earn is just for today. So if you're making $50 every week from Worldventures, that is just for today. But you see what you become with these leadership and development training events? That is going to be for a lifetime. What is bigger in your life right now? Your bank account, your pride, or your ego? If it's your ego and you don't want to talk to people, listen, you need to make your bank account the biggest thing. Becoming a marketing director, it sounds good, but I'm telling you, it feels better. It will give you the ability to read properly. So when you go to the restaurant, we were taught to read from left to right. But most persons, when they go to the restaurant, they're reading from right to left. They're looking at the price first. As a marketing director, you're not rich, but you could make some better decision. For example, food. You don't have to order loaded fries. You could order something else. You guys see what I mean? So what is happening in you value more than what is happening around you. I'm telling you guys that what is happening in you value more than what is happening around you. So don't listen to the noise. Don't watch the smoke. Find out where the fire is. People not care how much you know until they know how much you care. So always be human first. Try your best to be human first. Find out what exactly is your team member's problem. Become a good problem solver and stuff like that. But I want you to learn something also. You see, when people show you who they are, believe them. Don't say it was a mistake or this, that. If someone show you who they are, I want you to believe them. And your light must shine that everyone can see. You can't say you want to hit marketing director, but nobody ever see you helping anybody. Some more nuggets for you guys. I'm giving you guys a lot of nuggets. I'm loading you up. So you can't say the right thing, but then do the wrong thing. So you can't be telling your team members to be at the travel party and you are not there. If you're telling them to do it, you got to be doing it. You got to lead from their front. You can't use your past to determine your future. Just move on. People can only teach you what they know. So I'm telling you guys now, I can't teach you guys how to become RMD because I've never done that before. I can only teach you guys how to become as far as marketing director. So someone cannot teach you something that they don't know. So somebody will be like a director and they're taking advice from someone that is a qualified rep. Not disrespecting any rank, but how can you teach me to do something that you have never done yourself before? I will listen to what you're saying and see if it makes sense, but I'm going to consult more my mentor. If you say something, I'm going to verify it with my mentor to see what they think. So you always have to have your mentors or mentors. They have done it before. So they say success always leaves clues. Do what you know to do 100%, and that will give you the result. So if you know that you need to be at the travel party, you need to invite people, you need to do that, do it to 100%, and you'll get the result that you want. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. I'm gonna jump on camera, and I know you guys must have some questions. Any questions you have as it relates to my journey, I'm willing to take you guys' questions. So I'm on camera right now. I think we have about some probably 10, 15, 10 minutes. Dario, how much minutes do you have for question? So first question. Who is ready? Who have a question? We're open up for
All
questions.
right. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. We're open up for questions. Thank you so much. I'm pretty sure that you have blessed us. Thank you for dropping those nuggets. I'm pretty sure I'll be applying some of those nuggets to my life. All right, guys. So it's time for questions. About 5 to 10 minutes. Go ahead and send your messages to the group, to the chat, so I can go ahead and ask Mr. Oral the question. But I have a question, Mr. Oral. So you've said that you enroll 35 personals, right? With that, we definitely know you'll be having duplication and all of that. So how do you go about creating culture within your team? What do you do to keep your team together, to bond as a family?
So I mainly use just two things. So ultimately, I use like a team dinner. I would just invite everybody. And if some of them can't really afford to pay for the dinner, I just say, hey, that's dinner is gonna be on me. So I use dinners. So dinners now they get the chance to like meet other team members. They have conversation. I showed some questions. They showed some questions. And we just wrap. So you just do a team dinner. Like at night when you guys not doing travel party or something like that, you say, hey, we're gonna do a team dinner. So that's one thing I use. The next thing I use, I use like beach trips. So I bring them to Somerset Falls in Portland, and we just do carpooling. So the bus thing probably sometime, I get them for ban, and I ban more on them for ban, more on them for share stuff. So I say, hey, you have a car, you have a car, you have a car, you have a car. We're gonna go to Somerset Falls, but we're not using any bus. We're using the cars that we have. So when them in the car, I go Portland, them not gonna talk. They must talk. So when them a talk and I go Portland, them a get for bond and them a get to know each other. So comes them come together. See what I mean? So those are the main two things that I use.
All right, thank you. So we have another question. You're a soldier. How do you balance your time with building and family life, being married, and also with kids?
All right, so that the balancing of the time, because like I'm reading personality. So when somebody that is reading personality, they focus on something, they will have to forget your birthday. They're focused. How you get balance that now? Is that so? This is like what one day is like. So I wake up in the morning. Most time I wake up 4 o'clock every morning or 4:30. So when I get up, I can do three things. I can listen to audio. I can do something in my business. I can spend time with my wife, do whatever. So and me have up until like 6 o'clock, 6:30 for me start get ready for work. So I have like 2 hours right there. So I get time with the kids now. The Saturday and Saturdays. I'm home most Saturdays, so I get Saturday with them. And then I have Sunday because I do travel party Monday, Linstead, Tuesday Ultimate, Wednesday Linstead, Thursday UE, Friday Police Officers Club. So Sunday free. So that's how you balance family time. Work time, you don't know so that is non-negotiable. But you're gonna get lunchtime. So I always have lunchtime. I always do something in my lunchtime as well to business. So when everybody else have them lunch and talk be foolishness, but up on my phone, may I close somebody from Mandeville. Right, Gloria? May I teach somebody invite from Mandeville. So my lunchtime valuable to me. So I use up my lunchtime, I use up my time when I'm not work because working time non-negotiable. You see what I mean? So that's how me balance it. I don't know about how other people do it. Cool?
Yeah, man. All right, thank you. So another question. What do you say to people who you haven't seen in over 20 years? So I'm assuming this person wants to show someone the information. that they haven't seen in 20 years. How do you go about inviting this person to see the information?
So you can't invite them up straight up. You first got to be a person, be human. That's what I say. You got to be a human first. So what you do? You call them up and you catch up. If you haven't seen someone in 20 years, come on. There's a whole lot to catch up. That conversation should be very interesting. Hey, how is the family? How is the family being now? How are the kids? Where you working now? And you tell them something about you. Well, actually, I'm still in the army, but I'm a corporal now. And this, listen, that's a whole lot of catching up. So you just catch up with them first, not about Worldventures. Then it's gonna give you the idea to know where they are in their life and if they need an opportunity. So you use your senses. Catch up with them first, and then you have a couple more conversation. Probably I'll go for your one dinner first, no Worldventures talk, just go eat some meal, catch up, whatever. And then the next time now you invite them out again. Them not go skeptical because come on, you're a friend. But if 20 years time you haven't seen them and the first thing you're gonna do is pitch Worldventures to them, they're gonna feel like you're trying to use them or something. So that's how I would do it. Cool? Any other question?
Right. So our final question for tonight. What do you do in order to duplicate your efforts after reaching the 35 personals?
All right, so I don't wait until I reach 35 personals before I do it. As I sign somebody up, the first thing I'm not allowing them to do anything. So I just signed them up. So some mentors will say, listen, you book a time with them tomorrow when you have 20 minutes to teach them invite. No, I don't do it that way. They just sign up. They're excited. Like them excitement is here, high. I'm gonna take that 24 that 5 minutes after that to teach them one skill. Teach them how to invite somebody. As a matter of fact, my mentor, Efrasine, she always say, hey, who's the best friend? Where's the best friend right now? Call them, tell them you have something you want to show them right now. So then bring over them best friend come right now. If them best friend come over right now, we sign them best friend. So guess what happened? Them already know say it work. Because if them sign them best friend the $50, them will get paid Friday. And now nobody can go tell them nothing again because them know say it work. But what some people do, them leave them to go talk to them best friend and tell them the next day. You see when them go to them best friend and them best friend, them tell them no, and 5 people tell them no, them hot warm market tell them no, them 5 first people tell them no. It's kind of difficult now for them get them first sale. Because the person them where them get them first sale from, them burn them market. So I learned that very quickly. So my hot market, I didn't burn it. They teach me invite right after I signed up. So my best friend signed up with me within the first 24 hours. I got 3 sales in the first 24 hours. So if you really want to get somebody good started, when you just sign them up, give them steps. 24 hours, 1 sale. Then you get them to 3 sales. Then you get them to 4 sales. Then waiver them fee. You get them to 6 sales. And then you just repeat the process then. So I do that 6 times already. So that's how I get 35. I'm going to do 6 again, 6 again, 6 again. So if you tell them 35 sales, they'll be like, 35? That's too much. You say 1 sale within the next 24 hours. They must can make 1 sale. Oh, so we did that just yesterday. There's a girl on the call. Let me see if she's on the call. Stephanie, are you on the call? Can you unmute yourself?
Yes,
Stephanie.
yes.
So we signed her up yesterday. And guess what happened? I should sign her up, teach her invite. And guess what happened? She made 1 sale today.
Wow.
So that's how we do it. And the guy, we do the same thing with the guy. So he might buy tomorrow, make 1 sale. So if him just make 1 sale, she'll get paid $50 US, she gonna know the thing right. So that's what we do.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Oral. Thank you so much for blessing us. I greatly appreciate what you've done tonight. I'm pretty sure we have a lot of self-development to do because you've dropped some nuggets. I mean, some serious nuggets that we definitely have to apply to our life. So thanks again. Thanks for what you're doing, for one big team and for the Worldventures family at large. All right, guys, that's a wrap for our final 3D call for the year. All right, see you next year. Have a great night.
You too.
All right.